software, I really don't think has a moat anymore. Let me explain why. So moats used to come from two places: stuff that's hard to do and stuff that's hard to get. AI just made hard things easy to do. And what I'm talking about is mainly software. So I've been really thinking about the future of software. It will eventually cost $0 to make as the cost per token decreases. Essentially, it's a commodity in a way. And when I think of that, it scares me and also energizes me about the future of software. By trade, I do create software. I don't think I'm going to lose my job or anything. It allows me to, do stuff I'd rather not do. It allows me to focus on actually creating things, which I like to do. It brought me to the inclination of, or rather a rabbit hole, if you will. What is the scenario when software does go to zero and it's not a moat no more? So of course, hard to get is unique data. So you can think of Tesla with all the data they collect to train the autopilot system and then further improve it. That's the flywheel, the data flywheel that they have. No other company has that. Like Rivian, they don't have the amount of data Tesla has. And as they gain more customers, that just expands. Network density. You can think of this as like DoorDash. Yes, you can make a DoorDash app, but you don't have all the customers DoorDash has. You don't have the name that DoorDash has. And regulatory access. This is the one I tried. Healthcare is very gated behind regulatory concerns like HIPAA. If your company does, let's say, for example, healthcare AI, and you have this HIPAA compliant system, and you have these relationships with the clinics, they trust you. That is where you have some moat, not other companies. Some companies will have to go through all those barriers. And of course, finance has the most common known physical assets. Nowadays, you can think of it as data centers. A lot of companies like Amazon have data centers they serve as assets because that's where they host their AWS servers on and run their models, their AI models. And so we scroll down here, if you notice, you can notice a pattern. Each one of these take real world time to accumulate. Essentially, AI compresses how fast you can do things, but it doesn't compress how fast things happen. So essentially the TLDR here is if you have something that takes time, you have some type of a moat. It's definitely getting harder for software startups. So if we go to Y Combinator launches, there's so many software that all these VCs are betting on. There is a little bit of hardware in between, but most of the time you're seeing these VCs fund software companies. So they're still betting on software to be made here. But some of these do have the data moats that we talked about here. I see in the near future where like most of the time, most companies will just build all their software in-house because it's essentially a commodity. All you have to do is just have an idea and ask a chatbot what you need and it builds it.